All right, guys, Bigrich here with Ohio Fish Rescue. Preston's here helping us today. Look what we're doing. Yes, the Dogbone is getting filled. Now, I know Josh wants to go and redo some silicone first and all that, but like I said in my last video, I wanted to address this overflow and get this up and running and clear that hole out there and get the systems up and running, get the pump in, get the hose in that we're going to use, get everything all ready. And then, you know, Josh ain't going to be ready to do this for, you know, another 4 weeks or something. So I can drain it out and let it dry out again. Plus, I can see if, you know, it only leaks when it's the last 2 inches. We always had an overflow in the corner. You can see the water line is down about 3 inches there. If we fill it up, is the leak on this side going to be squirting out over here, or is it on that side going to be squirting out that way, which is okay. Do we even reach the leak when we start overflowing out of here? So, none of the questions I need answered. And to finish building this, I just, you know, things I need to know. So we have to paint this white, black yet, and then put the, surround it with plants, hook up the overflow and the waterfall going back to the pond, put plants on each side here and here, and, you know, there's a bunch of little beautification things we got to do. The actual mechanicalness of getting the tank into place is done. I mean, it's filling. Look at that. Hey, Preston. Good job. So now I need to get in there and take measurements of how we're going to make the waterfall and get the glass cut and do all that and then silicone that in. And basically, you're just going to have water coming up out of here, going through it, and then water falling back in. It's going to look nice. And then covered with plants where you don't see no white. And it's going to be a great touch tank for the kids. I mean, people see Hubert. Remember, Hubert is our fly river turtle that does all the videoing for us. We strap a camera to his back. He was in this tank for most of his life, and everyone could touch him and, you know, play with him. And when you see the turtle, he looks like he's a hard-shelled turtle, and then you feel it, and it feels like wet leather. And then you can feel his flippers too, and they're soft as can be. So that's a great, you know, touch thing. The kids can, you know, really enjoy it. And then we also have the Adonis pleco we're putting back in here because he's got little spikes all over his body. And they can touch that and feel how hard. He's like an armored tank. And we were thinking maybe one of the juvenile rays we can put in here. But, of course, we're going to have to keep a cork on his thing so it's safe. But, you know, this is going to be the touch tank for kids. You know, it's small enough. This comes up to, like, my knee right here. Yeah. So it comes up to my knee. About, I'd say, 2 foot there and then 3 inches here, so, you know, almost 30 inches, 27 inches, something like that. So the kids can just reach right over and touch, you know, and it'll make it easy to feed them. This is going to be a great tank. Everybody wanted to, that tank's too much trouble, get rid of it. I will never get rid of this tank. I will never get another one like it. We can take the time and effort and take it all apart and re-silicone everything, but there's no pressure on it, so even somebody that, a schlub that don't know how to silicone can make that thing, you know, sealed. Now, see, here's the problem. That glass comes up to this glass, and they're both cut at a 90-degree angle. So inside the glass is touching out here. There's like a 1/4 inch of silicone between the two panels. Das Aquariums, Dutch aquarium system, have learned now on the new tanks, on the new tanks, they do this. No longer do they rely on silicone. I can't even see it. I'm trying to look through the net. These are beveled edges, and they meet glass to glass. There's hardly any silicone in between them. So their newer tanks are much stronger, much better. But this one, every angle has got gooberish amounts of silicone between the glass. And what they did was they relied on the plastic to hold it together. And, you know, it just... It hasn't worked. That's why they changed their way. You had something to say? Sound like you was trying to say something for us.
I was trying to say something. I think there's a baby leak over there. And it is
Isn't
dripping
where?
into the water. You gotta come this way. Right there.
Ouch. Let me zoom in so we can see.
Yep.
Oh, that's not a baby leak.
It's not a baby leak.
Can you step in? No, step inside and see where it's coming from on the outside. See, that's why I made this table a 1/4 inch shorter on this side of it than the ledge. It's sitting over the ledge on that side, and this side's a 1/4 inch shorter. Any leaks, it runs this way and goes into the pool. I thought ahead on this kind of stuff.
It looks like it's coming from underneath.
All right, well, we're going to go ahead and finish our investigation. What?
Cichlid just nibbled on my toe. It scared the crap out of me. Y'all all just saw that on 4K. Holy
Hey,
cow.
I charge for that. That's a, what's that called? A skin exfoliation treatment.
Yeah, that scared me right there. Thought it was that red tail catfish thing over me.
We're going to go ahead and continue filling it up and see any other leaks. We found one, so we know when we drain it back down, it's probably the seal between the black plastic bottom and the plastic there. Josh said he saw a place where it was cracked from the original wood stand, was concaved in the middle, was bowing down. So the black plastic was holding up the weight. It shouldn't have been. So it pulled away from the side. So he said he saw one spot he wanted to fix before we filled it. That's probably it right there. So, let me put my glasses back on. We're going to go ahead and finish filling it up and see if the leak on the top is squirting this way or not. And then we can mark it, you know, like put a piece of tape there and we know where the leak is. We know that one is right there where all that black silicone is on the bottom. So, man, this is an exciting day. I get to see my Dogbone filled again. Oh, and Preston, when you see stuff like that, you don't bring it up on film.
That's why I just didn't want to, you know, like I didn't know how to go about it. You kind of brought it up on the video part. I was just I was gonna nudge you on points. That was it.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding with you. This is an experiment, you know. We're going to figure out where all the leaks are.
I was panicking in my head what to do to tell you.
What you? And then he calls it a baby leak. That is not a baby leak. That is not a baby leak. But my idea did work. The stand on this side, 1/4 inch shorter. On 4 foot, that ain't really that much off, but water does flow towards, you know, the lower end. So it's working. It's not getting all over the carpet. So, you know, 6 months goes by and it pops a leak somewhere. You've seen us fix many leaks on this thing. You know, it's not filling up the pool room carpet and all that. We'll see it splashing down. Oh, there's another leak, you know. Because no matter where the leak is, it's going to hit the table and drip off the table. So we'll be able to see when it does, you know, get another leak. Okay, guys, we hooked this all up. We got it full. There is no leaks anywhere. So I don't know what Josh was talking about, that it would leak from the seam and it would squirt out. So it's doing great. And we're almost at the overflow point. But then we noticed this. This is not a leak. This is a split seam. Yes, this is going to have to be fixed. We know what corner it is now. This corner needs fixed, and that bottom corner right there, the plastic's cracked. We need to caulk that. That's the only 2 leaks we see. But Preston comes and gets me. He goes, Rich, there's a leak. This is not a leak, Preston.
Close enough.
This is a split seam. This is what ruins everybody's life.
I'm just glad it wasn't shooting this way, you know?
I had one of these. I lived on the 3rd floor when me and Tracy first got together. I lived on the 3rd floor. It was an attic apartment, and I had a 150 that I snuck up there. I wasn't supposed to have no fish tanks, you know. And Christmas Eve, I'm sitting down in bed, which the fish tank was in my bedroom. I'm sitting there in bed, and I swear to God, it sounded like somebody was peeing on wet carpet. And finally, I wake up, and it's my tank. It did this. It split the seam. Oh, I wake Tracy up. Get some towels. We can't have this water going down to the next apartment. But then I look, and my 150's half empty. There's 75 gallons of water already on the floor before I woke up. So next thing you know, we're trying to clean up and clear. We get a knock at the door. The guy on the 1st floor says his light fixture is filling with water and it tripped his breaker. I'm like, oh my God. There was no talking to anybody about don't call the landlord. You know what I'm saying?
They were called. They were called immediately.
They were called before they came and talked to me. It's slowing down as it's going down now. now we're trying to do all, this stuff, and we run into another problem. Over here, the alligator gar we put in here, look at his tail. These pacu are completely nibbling on him. So we got to get him out of here. And Preston, you see the water's drying up.
It's drying up slowly but surely.
Okay. That may be the one with the big, yeah, it is. Look at the big hole.
Ah.
All right. He's going to get a different net. These pacu are so just destructive. Here's the air line because I don't know where there's a air filter over there. Sponge filter. There's the end of one of the FX5 tubes. There's the end of another FX5 tube. One of the FX5 got knocked out and is sucking air. They're just destructive. There. I'll put this away while he's doing that. Okay. Oh. There's too much stuff in here. And people, they never put the ladder away. It's very simple. You pick it up, you go like that, and you set it against the wall. Even if it's in front of the tank, that's out of the walkway. Come on, people. Everybody's just so lazy. Can you reach him? Press him.
I'll be over here.
Yep, now pull him up. Yeah, I lost him.
Got him?
Yep.
Let's go. Come on, big guy. Oh, in the face.
He got you.
Got me.
Turn the net up sideways. There you go.
Ooh, good save. Come on, big guy. And
Pull the
get out
net.
here.
There you
we
go. Good job,
Woo!
Preston. Yeah, look at his tails. Look at how much. We just put him in there 2 days ago.
Well, this pacu's teeth are no game.
Well, you're in here where nobody can bother you, buddy. Wow, except for a baby pacu.
Yeah, no.
All right, give me that. Put that back in that corner, and let's get this lid back on.
Yep.
Poor guy. I checked him yesterday. He was fine, so it happened overnight. That's how quick things go wrong.
Well, they get rowdy.
Okay, guys, you see we got it back empty. So, I took pictures. We know where the leaks are. We can get them fixed now. I got the answer I needed, well, how full we can fill it, reach the overflow, and it doesn't, affect anything else over here. So, I can go ahead. Oh, the next step is we can get that piece of acrylic off there and open that hole back up. I believe that's an inch bulkhead, depending on the hole. So, on to the next step. All right, so we're done with this whole experiment, and we started building other things, and we forgot to video. But here's what's going on. I have all these plants. Now, because I can't fit them all in the pool, all these plants we have to water all winter long. So I bought 2 cow troughs. They were $79 a piece. Each one's 10 foot. So here's one, and then there's one. So what we did was I drilled up 4 inches for the overflow, and that'll go back to the pool. We're using 1.5 inches. I cut the hole out there for this, bulkhead, and then we got this bulkhead here installed already. And then we're only drilled it 2.5 inches up. So this is going to connect to that one, and then it'll be one long 20-foot trough. If I pour water in down there, we're going to move the couch. If I pour water in down there, it'll travel through both of these and then fall back in right about here. Then all these plants can sit in this trough and get watered on their own, like they did outside. They all sat in there in the stream. So we can take all these off of this corner, put up into the troughs, and then put the small plants back in the corner like we had them. And all these plants, along with a few others, all of them in the hallway right there, will all be in this trough. Problem is, I don't know where I'm going to put the couch, or them fish, any of that stuff. So, you know, right now we're doing it one step at a time. And right now we've got the overflow in and the pipe in. And you got the pieces for this here?
You just asked me to check on the glass top.
Right. Was there?
Yes, there is.
Okay. The pieces for to hook these together. We just cut that pipe. That's that short one right there?
Yes.
Okay, where is this bulkhead's in, but this one's missing? Is that on the chair over there? All right, go ahead and put that in. This is the inside. It sticks out like that. Yeah. So as he installs that bulkhead, I already pre-cut the pipe we need to go in between to make it one piece. So our next step is we don't have to move them rocks because it's going to start there. You got the bulkhead in and tight? You don't need that pipe. Throw that down. You just want to put that screw on there and tighten that bulkhead up. Okay, we're going to move all these plants and the chair next all over here. And then we can put the bulkheads. Now the troughs. Here's what we're doing. I'm not going to set it up to here. I'm going to bring it all the way over and hit this edge right here. This will be at the center of it, and then the trough will go over to both my feet. So at that point, now it'll be as close to the pond as possible and all the way down this ledge. You won't see none of that. We won't have no gravel on it. We're good to go. And then the plants, because we only bring them up to this ledge, will now be over probably about another 6 inches closer to the pond. So more leaves and more fronds and all that will stick over the water. So, okay guys, we got everything moved temporarily over here. Don't worry about it. That's not where we're going to leave it. It's just out of our way so that we can do this. Look at this. All the way up to the corner here. We've still got plenty of room to walk through here. And then all these elephant ears won't be here bushing out either. So this corner will look more clear too. But see how they're sitting at an angle? That lip of that pool on this side is down low and it goes up high right there. So what we're going to have to do is put a 2x4 down this side all the way down to hold it level, and then we'll go from there. I may have to fill in sand between the 2x4 and the edge to hold that up because we're going to set all plants on there. Okay, we put 2x4 all the way under this side, and now it's completely level. When the water gets in there, it makes it heavy. We're good to go. We may have to put sand from this metal to this edge so that there ain't that little dip right there. Okay, so there you have it. We put the pipe on this side going down into the water. Water can travel all the way through. We got the bulkhead together, the pipe in, and the bulkhead in this side. Over here, what we're going to do is that same water that's going back to the pond through that bacteria, we're going to lift this up and put 2x4s under it so it's almost right above it now. It'll hit. So I can turn this, and then that will water this trough. Water will flow through this whole trough and then go back into the pond over there. And hence, not even another pump need hooked up or anything. Good to go. All right, guys. We put all of the elephant ears in. This is going to be a wall of jungle elephant ears. All the way up to that filter right there. We had no leak in the middle here. We got one more leaf to cut off here. We put the overflow in too high. It was making the centers bow out, and then, you know, it was just bad. So we lowered, I just drilled a new hole, and then Preston is taking the overflow out and putting it in the lower hole. At that point, we'll be done. We can turn the water back on. And you know what, Preston? Thank you for coming by today. I couldn't have done this by myself.
Of course, I'm happy to help.
I mean, it's all down on the ground, you know, bend over work. And, you know, between my rib and my back, I wouldn't have finished it today. It's finished, though. As soon as you move that, it's finished. So I cut off a bunch of leaves. Let me look at it from a different angle. We've got an elephant here, and then we've got probably 3 over there. We've still got to find homes for. And a couple other plants, like spider plants and stuff like that, we can put between the elephant ears. So, in between each one of those big pots over there, like there's room between those 2 pots, you know, that kind of stuff. So looking at it, there's the whole side, and then there's the rest of the plants. And these things here are extra filtration. What it is they're full of bio balls, both of them, and we just got pump running up to them, run through the bio balls and back to the pool. That way it's always there, it's always running, there's always bacteria in it. We've got a third one over there too. Let me zoom in on it. It's the bio tower right there. See the water running on top, coming down through, and then it overflows back into the pool right there. So if I build any filtration, I set up a pool, I can take one of these and put it right on the pool and support life. No problem. And each one of them have 3 different sizes of sponges on top of the bio balls. And I made spreaders out of the bottoms of garbage cans. I put like 100 holes in them. So water comes in, spreads out them spreaders, goes through that into the sponges, 3 different layers of sponges, and then goes through the rest as bio balls and comes back. So we keep them running for just in case. But yeah, these plants, I won't have to water none of them. Now, this little area right there, we've got plants that we have to water. So, nothing I can do about that. Let me see, there is 1 big one, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plants, 6 plants over there we have to water. But now we're not gonna have to worry about all these, and they will grow to bushiness. I'll have to cut them back. And come summertime, they'll be big when I put them out at the beginning of summer. I'm not growing them from bulbs again. They'll be big plants. And boom, it'll just awesome. It'll just look awesome. We put a peace lily in there. That one's the one that's going to come up on the corner right here. We got a big peace lily here. That plant's too small right there. I need a big one. We can put like the spider plant over here on the corner, stuff like that. But yeah, this is what we did today. We got it done, and it's 5 o'clock now. It's time to quit. I'm going to lose my nurse here in about an hour. She came in real late today. Usually she's here at 7 in the morning until 3, but she didn't. She came in at 10, so she's leaving at 6. And we about ready to turn the water back on?
No. So when we did this last time, it was on its side. I have no leverage to twist this at all. I have a half an inch on each side.
No, you're going the wrong way. It goes from the top towards you is how it spins. All right, it's up high enough to start running out the overflow. We've got no leaks anywhere. And move this down. Zoom out. Come on, you can do it. You can do it, camera. Zoom out. There you go. Okay. We got a little bit of cleanup, but we are done. And then we got these plants here we're going to tackle tomorrow. And 2 more elephant ears. And then these plants. This is done. These things over here are all beautiful and easy to get to water. We got one little section of plants we got to water. All right, we're done. We got everything about cleaned up. I put the monstera here because all of the elephant ears are down through the trough, and it's up and running. We got the couches open. Got to put away a couple brooms yet, but this looks way better down between here. Now we've got 1 plant left that I got to fix. You can see how it fell outside and then it grew up sideways. I'm trying to put pressure against that, and every day I put more pressure and make that stand upwards. So that's what I'm doing with that one. After that gets done, it can go in the trough too. We've got plenty more room, and then everything from the trough over, all of them, I don't have to water nothing all the way around that whole tank. Just these ones right here. And we can get to the base of that one, the base of this. The wandering Jew, you can't see it, but if you pour water right in the middle of it, same thing with this one. And then I can get to the base of that one and that one. That one. They're all open, and then even that one. So everything's open to easy watering from that tub over to here. That's all we got to water. And everything else will water themselves, take over and become a jungle in here. And I got the couches pretty well cleaned up and put together. Let me see. I got a couple, brooms put away, and I'm using this one for storage since you can't sit here anyway. It's tucked in there sideways. But I think we did a great job, and that's our aisle opened back up, and I'm loving it. Let me go over here. You can even see from this angle, it's going to look nice. There's the whole jungle. Let me walk around some more. Let me zoom in just a little bit. Okay. Now, them are still recovering because we brought them in out of the water and into dryness and then no light from light. So, you know, there's still some wilting. I've been cutting off all the ones that continue to wilt. The ones that are propping back up, we're leaving up. And they're recovering. So, it's going to be the jungle all the way through that wall right there. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a lot of work, but, you know, got to keep doing it. And Josh is going to actually come over, and he made a video today, so that'll go out Friday. Today for you guys would be Wednesday. So stick with us, and you'll see a bunch more. Josh is like a little kid in a candy store going around looking at all the fish that he thought got bigger, so you got to check out his video. I really enjoyed making it with him. So, or watching him make it. It was awesome. Till next time, guys, stay fishy, my friends.